Today I want to go over the topic of jungle invades and what you can do to stop them. But first you need to understand the odds that you're going to be facing. 9 times out of 10 this is what the enemy team looks like. A highly coordinated group of elite Korean pro gamers working as a single unit to invade your jungle and take you out. Count yourself lucky if you find yourself amongst them. And 9 times out of 10 this is what your team looks like. A highly uncoordinated group of solo queue players who only know how to look out for themselves. In this example, we have Katarina and Malzahar running off their lanes to sit under turret, which effectively gives up control of the jungle. Jace, Ezreal, and Zac arrive late to the game and are the last ones off the fountain. Jace and Ezreal go straight to their lanes while Zac goes into his jungle on his own very late and ends up getting killed by the enemy team. And now he will be behind playing catch up against the enemy jungler. The first step towards countering invades starts as champ select. If you see the enemy team pick Lux, Morgana, Nautilus, or Blitzcrank, warn everyone on your team to expect an invade. The snares and grabs that these champions have make it possible for any other combination of champions to invade successfully. Warning your teammates in advance will allow them to better prepare for the next steps. The second step is to leave the fountain as quickly as possible in order to defend your jungle. If you're one of those players that runs straight to your turret and sits there until the minions arrive, you might want to rethink your strategy. A single invade during the first 2 minutes of the game can actually decide the outcome of the game itself, while you go into your turret so soon is not really going to help you. The third step is vision control. These are the most common invade paths for the red team and blue team respectively. It's all about crossing from the openings of the bottom side jungle through the river into the opponent's jungle, so these are the spots that you will want to monitor. The first line of defense is to get a trinket in this river brush as soon as possible, as 80% of invades come through here. Whether you're doing this on the red side or the blue side, the approach to warding the brush is the same. Afterwards, you'll want to position yourself to keep an eye out on the bottom side opening of your jungle. On the blue side, this simply means standing guard at the entrance to the blue buff. On the red side, more often than not, this means someone standing guard in the tri-brush. However, you should ask your bottom lane to put a trinket there instead, as there is a very rare invade path for the red team that can exploit a blind spot around this corner to get whoever is standing in the tri-brush. As you can see in this example with Jinx, standing in the tri-brush is not really that safe. As a result of these invade paths, a lot of games become a rush to see who can gain vision of this brush first. In this example, the enemy team has a Blitzcrank and there's a high probability of an invade, so I'm rushing out the base as Master Yi to ward the river brush as quickly as I can. As soon as I've warded the brush, my team is able to play around it to deter the enemy team from invading. If the enemy team is committed to invading and your team isn't around to help, you'll want to trinket the buff itself. The good news is that enemy teams that invade rarely stick around if they're not able to get a kill, but you do want to trinket that brush to verify that they've come through and gone back. The fourth and final step is driving off the enemy team. The confidence of an invading team is tied to the fact that they are grouped and coming as a single unit while the enemy team might not be prepared. However, if you attack any one of them, they will have second thoughts about the invade and are likely to pull back. If you can drive one of them off, then odds are that you've managed to drive the rest of them off as well. No one wants to commit to an invade while they're being attacked or if their allies are retreating. And you don't even need your entire team around to do this. In this example, Vayne is running out with their Blitzcrank, eager for that free kill. As the AD carry Ezreal, I am the only one defending my jungle, but I have the tools to get the job done. I fire a single mystic shot striking Vayne. Vayne's going to get scared, she'll say screw this, I'm done, I'm out of here, and now she's going to run away. While Blitzcrank may have wanted to invade, there's no way he's going to force a play while his teammates are retreating, so he too will back off, and we've effectively fended off the enemy team's invade as the lone AD carry. In summary, these are the steps you'll want to follow to defend your team from jungle invades. Warn your team in champ select when you think the enemy team is likely to invade. Leave the fountain on time and head to your jungle. Control vision of the jungle invade paths and prioritize the river brush. And lastly, use range abilities to drive off aggressive invaders.
Let's get cracking.
If you found this video helpful, do subscribe to the channel, follow on Twitter, and leave a comment about what kind of content you would like to see in future videos. Do check out the video links on either side for more gameplay tips and strategies in this channel.